Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And let's talk about some news.
Can we put that on screen while we're talking? Just don't show that to anybody. I'm just kind of curious. All right, I'll look that link up later.
Yeah. It's just really in the middle of the show, man. Like we ain't got started good.
What were we looking at over there?
It's
put
right
the mic
there.
in front of your mouth, though.
Put it right all up in here.
Yeah. Get up in there.
All right. What? I mean, it's in the upper right. I mean, you know when he shows this page, it's gonna pop up anyway. Yeah. People gonna be like, what's that web address?
All right, so what? I guess the first story we're gonna talk about is one that was a viewer requested story, and one that actually happened here on Twitch. So.
Yeah, essentially, Lithuanian streamer Karupups was creating a costume for Lifeline, which is a black character from Apex Legends, and as part of the costume, she darkened her skin to match up to the character.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm supposed to be offended. I do not know why. Could you explain it to me, Mr. White Person?
I don't know anymore.
I'm asking because I'm pretty sure it's white people that actually got offended. So what? Why do we care?
No, I mean, I looked at a lot of the views. It came from many different people of various colors.
Isn't like black? They're an idiot, and I disavow them. We're kicking you out the club.
I mean, everybody, I guess, has their own opinion on this. Honestly, here's my thing. So she got banned from Twitch, by the way, for this. Like, she was banned.
Yeah, nonsense. Yeah. I mean, they don't listen to us, clearly. I don't know how the heck she got banned and I haven't. I've been fine. Scroll
further down there. So this is the picture. If you're on podcast listening to us, then you can look for just Twitch. Let's see. What's her name?
Lullipups, I think. Pop up, man.
Karupups. Karupups.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can look for her. And yeah, no, she's very white. But she was doing a cosplay for a character. If you scroll down from Apex Legends, which this character is a. Keep going. There's actually a picture.
Hold on, give me a minute.
Shut up, man. There's the character that she was cosplaying there.
As y'all can tell, our editor today is not Michelle.
Yeah, which is the combat medic from her combat medic Lifeline from Apex Legends. So obviously a darker skinned character, which I mean Apex Legends has been I guess applauded for the
diversity.
The diversity.
I think that the cool part about it is before everybody started bringing attention to it, it was just a fun game because that's when you do it right. Is when people don't even realize.
The thing is, as Apex just dropped this game out, they didn't go, "Hey, look at us and our diverse cast."
For once it was the people.
They were just like, "Hey, look, here's this game. It's good. Play it."
And people played it. And then, of course, some people stopped to analyze it because, when I'm playing a video game, what I really want to know is how I am being represented racially.
Yeah.
No, I don't. But my thing is that she had to apologize to people that felt pain. I'm going to tell you something. If you felt pain because a cosplayer wore a costume, then you're not going to make it.
Well,
you are not going to make it.
Yeah.
Life is going to destroy you.
Well, and a lot of the people in the cosplay community that quoted on this was, talking about the pains of being a black person and not having a lot of people to cosplay of their color. You had people that was talked about how, this is a representation of blackface that was racist back in, the early 1900s.
That's the sign of ignorance, because if you really know how blackface was performed, that wasn't it. Well, and that's why I get offended, because it's like, also, the face paint wasn't what was racist about blackface.
No.
It was the negative persona. The scared, silly, toe step, and like there was a lot more to blackface than the color. And if you're stuck on the color, you don't understand.
Well, it even wasn't the right color. I mean, if you look at the blackface from
They
back
actually
then,
painted the
too,
faces black.
It was like charcoal black with
White,
huge
yeah.
emphasized black red lips. You know,
Talking very poorly and behaving.
and
usually
it was
embarrassing.
very racist.
Yes, it was. But choosing to wanting to cosplay as a black character is kind of awesome to me. Like, one of the coolest things, I saw a little white kid at one of the conventions, remember, dressed up as Black Panther, and I said, that's awesome. And had he painted himself brown, I still would have thought it was awesome. In fact, I would have thought that was hilarious.
No, I agree. You don't have to change your skin color. It has become I guess, staple of cosplay when doing black, white, Asian, not to necessarily change your skin
It's kind
color.
of disappointing to me. I like the level of accuracy. Honestly, I'll be honest. I like the level of accuracy of
No,
you have
I
the
can
skin
I
tone.
can understand that. I mean, you do have, and it's one of those things where it's sort of this odd twist, because you're expected to change your skin color if
If the character's blue or pink or
green.
red or green.
Yeah.
But brown's off the table. Well, I'm going to tell you something. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. My opinion is, if you want to add an extra level of, I mean, it'd be different if she wasn't even a cosplayer and she randomly did it, but she's a known cosplayer.
Now, to top it all off, too, she's not even American, which is where, you know, a lot of this is spawned from.
No, she said pretty much is like, I don't even know what the heck, what's blackface? And I was like, oh, it's
Because she's
crybaby stuff now. It used to be a problem, but now it's just for whining.
yeah, because she's from Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Just stop.
Don't ever
All
send
right.
you to
Yeah.
the former Russian bloc.
Because, I mean, I think it's messed up that a cosplayer apparently just can't try to play any other skin tone then now because they're going to get crap about it,
But
which is kind of silly. I mean, it's a cosplay. I just don't get it. It's a cosplay. Like, nobody gives a crap if you show up green. What about green people's feelings?
Go back up to the actual picture.
Well, I mean, isn't this the same argument you have every Halloween, too, of people, that costume was offensive.
Keep going, man.
But that's a costume. This is
quit stopping
cosplay.
that. Yeah, but I mean,
What, the one
Yeah.
here? Okay.
I mean, honestly, too, like, you could almost get this same effect by just staying in the tanning booth for too long.
I wouldn't say too long.
Well, maybe not too long. I don't know. I mean, I've been
I'm
to
screwing with you, man. I just had to take the shot because somebody out there just thought that. What does she mean, too long?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen white girls down on the coast
Get that color?
get that color naturally.
Dude,
Have
Have you heard of Genjuro? It's literally an entire thing in Asia and Japan where they get tan to the color brown and then they dye their hair blonde and then they paint their lips a bright color.
Yeah. That's Japan, and Japan is sort of racist. I mean, watch anime.
Actually, it's considered to be pretty popular over there and it's supposed to be hot, I guess.
Well, that's true too. That particular style is.
So, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, there ain't a lot of natural
let me not be
redhead black
broad.
girls in the first place,
Not
man.
saying-
She's playing a fictitious character.
Not saying that all of Japan is racist, by the way. I've just watched enough anime to see how black people are represented in anime.
We're not going to...
Oh, my God.
Let's not bring up Toriyama, all right? I love Dragon Ball, but Toriyama has hurt me many times with his black characters. It's like a love-hate relationship. It's like Chris Rock said. It's like that uncle that paid your way through college, but he also touched you. You know, it's like, I've gotten so much joy out of Dragon Ball Z. Oh, a black character. Oh, my pride.
Hold on just a second. Keep on talking.
So, I mean, he you know, Japanese anime is not a great place to go. There's some that do a pretty good job of it, though. There's a couple of solid animes that present it, and there's some that don't do a good job. But ultimately, coming from a black guy, I saw this, I looked at it and said, okay, is she a cosplayer? Yeah. Is she a gamer? Yeah, she decided to cosplay as her favorite character. Sounds cool. She decided to try to match the skin tone, and she actually put in effort. It isn't like she did a crappy black face, just put some shoe polish on her face. Okay, then what are you complaining about?
Yeah.
Were your feelings hurt? Well, all right, let me help you then. I hate you. There, now I hurt your feelings. Leave her alone. I'll happily hurt your feelings.
Quinn, I think what you're really asking is you're saying intent matters more than anything.
Yeah. Yes. Also, she wasn't portraying a negative character
throw
stereotype.
up the chat for us so we can see it. So we can see it. Hit the Twitch tab over there, man.
I mean, I'm so mad, too. I try to hurt people's feelings, and she gets to do it. I mean, what am I doing wrong? Do I need to do whiteface? No, that doesn't work either.
All right, what did Black Seth say? There's a big public debate on Caucasians putting on blackface for characters/cosplay, just something else for people to get offended about for no reason but to get offended and pitch a bitch fit.
Yeah, I mean, I saw way closer to real blackface at that last con we went to.
Oh, really?
Where a guy was doing Shadow Link, remember? And it was a white guy who actually had painted his face pitch black. And he kind of didn't do a good job of it, so it did kind of look like blackface because he kind of did the misty edges.
Oh.
It looked like he just smeared some shoe polish on the front of his face. It was still a cool costume, and I wasn't offended. I was amused, but I wanted to go like, you should have did a little higher quality because you're close to
try just a little bit.
And he was an older white guy, like older. So I was just like,
honestly, if I saw a Shadow Link though, and they were in the Link costume and stuff, I don't even think my mind would go to blackface though.
Oh no!
Because I would go immediately to that's Shadow Link. Yeah.
Oh yeah! Like I said, it was only the visible lines made me go like, what is it? What does he got on his face?
Yeah.
Then I went, oh, that's a Link costume. Oh, he's doing Shadow Link. Okay. And I just laughed and I said, well, I hope nobody bothers him because my first thought is somebody's probably crying right now in the corner. He had black on his face. Crybabies.
All right, so
there's real racism out there, people. Stop making crap up. I live in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear this fake bull crap you guys got to make up where you are to feel like you're oppressed. Come down here, suckers. We'll show you how it's done.
All right.
So we talked. I watched a black man be called a boy in the last 24 hours. That happened. You know what I'm saying? What it did. Stop with your crybaby crap.
All right. There you go, Daniel. We did it. We talked about it. That's your fault. So next topic.
Now we regret it.
So just some good coffee.
PlayStation 5 details. So let's talk about some PlayStation 5 details. Now I have a PS4. We do a lot of our fighting games on PS4. I will say I was really glad to see PS4 backwards compatibility. Like backwards compatibility on a new console is often my deciding factor on whether or not I'm going to buy it.
That's why we usually do PC, because your games don't stop working. Yeah. And especially since, like he said, we got fighting games, and come on, guys, sometimes there's years between fighting iterations.
Yeah.
Like, when a new fighting game is going to PS5, it's going to be a while, because they just did every other fighting game. They've done a new Soul Calibur. They've done a new Tekken not too long ago. They've done a new DOA. So they're not going to do another fighting game probably for a few years.
I read a couple of comments. Oddcast says, who gives a shit about PS5? And he follows that up with, I'll beat your ass at BF5.
BF5. Battlefield 5?
Battlefield 5, you call me up. Well, you got to play Xeno on Battlefield 5. I beat asses. I don't run around with my little fatigues on shooting at people.
I care about the PS. I like my PlayStation. So he's got the Xbox. I mean, PC is still the best. I mean, we want to start throwing out
the master race,
gaming cock sizes here. Then go PC
and go Steam and go Steam. I'm going to throw that in there, too. I'm an avid Steam supporter. I'm not saying Dicejunkies as a whole, but Q's a Steam guy all the way.
Yeah. But solid state drive, that's good for access and stuff. So, and I'm not going to go into details on the PlayStation details because I don't care that much.
Matter. It's going to play games.
It's going to be a new console. It's going to be the next generation. What the specs are and all that really doesn't end up mattering by the end of the day.
What's going to be the price tag? Are they going to try to pull that nearly, like, are they going to go for $1,000 this time? In which case, upgrade your PC.
Yeah. Let's talk also about this Xbox One S. They came out with a no optical drive Xbox. And we got a couple more comments, I guess, before we move on there.
Yeah. Oddcast says, why is this stream called Dicejunkies? And Bloodaxe answered him by saying, you will see during random encounters.
Well, we've also...
Dice will be involved.
Yeah, Dice will be involved.
At some point.
We talk about a lot of tabletop stuff, board game stuff, but it's mostly a geek culture podcast and talk show.
We have a tabletop subject coming up.
We do actually have one coming up. But quick, on the Xbox One S all digital, apparently the price was only a $50 reduction on the price, and it doesn't sound that great. It's a 1 terabyte drive, which to me is way too small for a completely downloaded all your games type thing.
Well, yeah, if you're going to do, full download, you're right.
Yeah.
Now to think about it, that's not, I have less than a terabyte of stuff on Steam, but I will admit I'm always switching them out.
Because I thought about it. I was like, I might grab this just so I can have an Xbox as well over here, but no, not for that price. It's not worth it.
How much is it?
It's like $250.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, not for Xbox.
All right, let's move on to the next one, which is Vic
Mignata.
McLasagna, whatever.
Boy, names are kicking your ass
I don't care.
Names and places.
Names are bad.
Vic's got your tongue tied.
But yeah, no. Vic sues Funimation, Jamie Marchi, Monica Rail, and Ronald Toy.
I think it's pronounced Soye.
Soye?
No, it is not. Don't do that. You should let me do that. That's
Wow.
offensive. They've been calling him Soul Boy. They've been calling him Soul Boy.
Okay.
And he's
Thanks
threatening
for
to
that.
sue.
Thanks
You
for
should have
that.
done.
Yeah.
Hey, you get to join me. He's gonna need to sue us to get the money to pay Vic. So
I ain't got anybody.
yeah. I've got nothing for him.
Oh. But yeah, so the lawsuits were filed, and I mean, there's a lot involved in this, and this thing has been going on for months. If you're interested, I think we're probably gonna try to do a deep dive on this one later.
I would love to
We're
sit
actually
down.
going to Tupelo Con May 4th. That will actually have Vic there, and maybe we'll be able to talk to him and get some information there when we're there, or maybe not. Who knows? We're gonna try either way, and we're gonna talk about this more on a separate, because there's so many twists and turns in this whole thing, and I don't even know who's right and wrong anymore on anything.
I think I told you. I think I'm gonna come out correct, and that both sides have some fault. But unfortunately, for the purpose of this case, he doesn't have to be right. He can be wrong and still win.
Yeah.
Because he isn't suing saying, I'm innocent. He's suing saying, you ruined my business.
Oh, yeah.
So all he's got to do is prove that they maliciously ruined his business. And that's what a lot of people getting confused. They're like, oh, what about all these claims? I'm like, that doesn't affect the fact that he hasn't been tried for anything. Because here's the thing. A man's innocent until he's been tried. You can't run around saying someone's a rapist who's never been tried for rape. Even if there's a lot of evidence saying he did it, you should you should take him to court and try him as a rapist. You can't just say what you want about people and then you have no legal backing, because a lot of this was presented in media. It was presented in messages, texts. They called conventions and told them to drop him, saying he's going to be going to jail soon.
Yeah.
That's the big one, is the one where they called convention and said, oh, he's about to go to jail for like sexual assault. And then, of course, no one pressed any charges. So, that's just straight lying to a convention. You lied to a business partner to make him lose business.
Yeah.
But we'll do it in depth later. But
yes. All right. So let's move on to the next subject we got up, and that's Altered Carbon gets a RPG. Now, this is a Netflix original series that was also based off of a book.
Sci-fi.
And it's a cyberpunk sci-fi type TV
Dystopian
show.
future.
Scroll down for us.
Yeah.
So
I loved Altered Carbon. I really enjoyed it.
no, I thought the show was really good. You scrolled way past. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So let's see. There's a Kickstarter for story expansion, stuff like that. So that's really cool. I mean, you watched Altered Carbon with me, man. What did you think about it? I mean.
I didn't get as deep as to finish the whole season, but it had a stylish style. Mm-hmm. There's a really interesting concept of the gameplay mechanic of the body thing, the body swapping. That introduces the concept of people not having to play a new character, but yet getting a new character, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, they created a pretty I think a pretty decent world for this. It kept going back from the past to the present and all this. So you have a good history built up as well.
Think that'll be a gameplay element?
I doubt it because it wasn't time travel or anything. It was just the memories of the past versus the
because there was a game out there that did something like that where like your modern day character kept jumping back to like when they were a dragon or something. So it actually had playing in the past and the present. It was a weird game.
But scroll down now.
I don't know. I would hope they would put in the game where, if you got in a body and you fucked your brain up, because you were like a 40-year-old man in a 12-year-old girl's body, like they would show him coming out the thing, It was an episode where they showed him coming out, and
don't grab that picture. That's from a different game. That's like some Frankenstein game. So just scroll to the right before that picture. There you go. But Hunters Entertainment announced that it's teaming up with Skydance Media to create the tabletop role-playing game. Cyberpunk series, who was it? Anthony Mackie? No, who was the author? I think it was listed here somewhere. Richard K. Morgan. I've never read the novels. I'm actually thinking about going and reading the novels.
You're pretty big into that, and you're a big sci-fi guy. It's also tied directly to the second season, so if you've been watching it and you enjoyed the second season, that's the time frame and setting that you're going to be playing in. I kind of like that you know why? Because for y'all out there, the tabletop game, you've also probably had lazy half-ass gamers. And it's kind of cool when you can go, hey, what's this game about? Could go watch this.
Yeah.
Because I've tried hand and reading material to people.
That would definitely help if you're starting a group, if you can just get them to go watch the show, and then they sort of have an idea of the setting, the world, the universe, and all that.
You can even build up to it by bringing them over and just sitting down and watching it as a group. Imagine having your whole gaming group watch the season and then go, this should give you some ideas.
As we know, it doesn't really matter what the story behind the tabletop is or what any of that doesn't end up mattering at the end of the day if the system sucks. And that's what's
really going to be an original system. It looks like they're not saying this is based on any particular existing game.
Yeah, system. Which they didn't really go into the system, so I really it's hard to tell.
Also, they said they're going to create a series of role-playing games, which threw me off because I'm like, normally you create one. That implies that maybe they're going to try to launch it in several systems, maybe.
I don't know. But we'll see. If the system is good, we'll probably pick this up and play it.
We can review it.
Maybe they'll send it to us for game night. We can just play it for
I don't think it's going to be a sit down and one game night and do.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it's a board game type tabletop as much of just a role play.
If you send it to us, we will sit down, we will watch Altered Carbon season 1 and 2 through, and then we will play it.
Yeah.
We'll
there
do
you
that
go.
much.
All right, what else we got on here?
Hey, that's a big promise for me. I don't like sci-fi that much.
All right, this is the last topic we have listed up, which I have seen this title all over the place. Lucasfilm confirms Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars movie in development. And I was like, oh, man, so many different places are reporting this. This must be awesome. Where did they confirm this? Well, scroll down. And you'll want to turn the volume on the computer. Click on that little MTV, and this is where it is.
And it basically,
yeah.
It actually seems likely is if this movie will acknowledge what we saw in those Vader comic books, and maybe even elaborate on it, that being that Palpatine essentially created Anakin, as I talked about before. In fact, it was one of the very first questions that popped into my head after seeing
Yeah, so anyway, basically it boils down to we're gonna take a look at that. You can cancel that video. We're just gonna look at that. We have stuff in development to look at. And she jumps around it so much. I don't think there's anything really here. And for so many people to jump on this small clip, that tells you how big Knights of the Old Republic still is. Like how popular of an RPG Knights of the Old Republic was.
Do you want to know how big it is? Last night, I was hanging out with Kit today and his wife and some friends, and we got to talking about how horrible Mysterious Beasts or Fat Ass Beasts and how to find them is because they want to make it a 9-part series. It's basically a prequel. We then said, what could make a 9-part prequel and it would work? Knights of the Old Republic. It's so popular, you could make 9 movies in Knights of the Old Republic, and people will watch all 9 of them. I mean, this series is... Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite part of Star Wars universe. It's the only part I really like. You know, I was cracking jokes when Last Jedi came out because I was kind of like, oh, good, they're burning it all down. But here's the problem. I don't know why everyone's excited, because if they're taking out this clip, that dude's talking to Kathleen Kennedy. I don't want her to make Knights of the Old Republic. I'd rather not have Knights of the Old Republic. I'd rather not have Knights of the Old Republic than have her be involved with anything to do with the Old Republic. Because I've seen what she's done with the current Star Wars universe, and I don't want her to ruin even my favorite part. Because luckily, I'm not the big fan of the Republic era and the Rebellion. That's not my favorite part. I like Knights of the Old Republic. If she makes a Knights of the Old Republic movie, it's not canon to me. It's like GT. Never happened. Alternate universe of nightmares. It didn't occur in my world.
Yeah, I got you. All right. I think that's going to wrap up this segment. Next, we'll be rolling into Random Encounters. So if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check out for a future video for Random Encounters. If you're listening to this on the podcast or watching this live on our Twitch stream, which we do every Sunday at 3:30, then it's coming up right here in just a second. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. And as always, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram.
Patreon.
And support us on Patreon.
We can pay our real editor and she'll come back.
Yeah, maybe our editor will quit having family stuff to do.
Stop being so emotional, Brian. Take it like a man.
But, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.